Hi everyone, welcome to my guide for Grand Chase Classic's 20th character, Decanee. She is an MP hybrid character with a special class that is unlockable at level 60, which further increases her utility by buffing her shared skills and giving her more ways to attack. Decanee also has a new mechanic called Taint Form, which increases her attack and buffs certain abilities, making her even more deadly. You may also notice she shares similarities with other characters like Mari, Lei, and Vegas. For the sake of time, I'll only be discussing the skills that I think are the most useful, but please leave any additional details I may have missed in the comments. Now let's go over Decanee's skill tree, starting with her active skills. These skills increase her mobility, add more ways to deal damage, increase stats, and allow you to activate Taint Form. Next, we have her passive skills. Decanee's passive skills increase her attack, reduce skill cooldowns when counterattacked, buff her Taint Form, and allow her to unlock shared skill upgrades. Since you can unlock Decanee's entire skill tree, you should get all of her active and passive skills. With all that said, let's look at her shared skills. I always recommend using Cursed Arrow as your 1-bar skill since it has great reach and it can hit targets behind you. It gets even better when you unlock Cursed Arrow Copy since the arrows fly further in both directions. Cursed Flame is another useful skill that has great vertical reach. I use Cursed Flame Explosion since it is a powerful one-hit skill that can deal massive damage when it crits, similar to Lyre's Dance Tempest or Lei's Half Moon. Next, we have Dark Astrophy, which is a multi-purpose skill depending on the effect. When running dungeons with lots of weak enemies, I prefer Dark Astrophy cooldown since it only costs 2 bars of MP and auto-targets multiple nearby enemies. But if I want a powerful skill with a large AoE, I use Dark Astrophy Focus. For her next two skills, Domination and Protection, I only use the basic skills since I like to play more offensively. However, Protection Absorption is great in situations where you need constant healing. I don't use any of the skills in the limited Liberation branch after unlocking Lunatic Witch, but they are very good skills with a large range and some DOT effects. Void Weaken doubles as CC and a debuff that pulls enemies in and decreases their defense by 5%, which is very useful when fighting tougher monsters. Finally, we have Cruel Slash Illusion. This is the last skill you unlock, but it is so worth it because of its massive AoE and damage that can clear rooms if you position yourself correctly. Before we move on, you should also unlock Decanee's ultimate skill, Apocalypse, which is basically a stronger version of Jin's White Monkey technique. It can draw enemies in from very far away, and it does massive damage with an explosion. Before we move on, these are my hotkey setups based on the type of dungeon I'm running. To wrap up, I want to go through some general tips I picked up while playing Decanee. Something that was hard to get used to is that she cannot turn during a combo, but you can still avoid damage from behind by using any of the Cursed Arrow abilities or by using Evade while attacking later on. You can also dash behind enemies to avoid their attacks, and if you have unlocked Dash Attack Practice, you can do some back attack damage as well. Another ability I like to use is Protection since it gives you super armor, which prevents enemies from inflicting you with status effects. Another thing to keep in mind is that Decanee's combo pushes enemies away, so be aware of that with enemies that recover from your basic attacks more quickly. Next, Decanee's dash is very slow and short-ranged, so you'll want to chain together jump dashes to move more quickly. Finally, you should use her Taint Form as much as possible. Again, this form gives Decanee tons of bonus attack, buffs some of her other moves, and removes the cooldown from her evade. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. It's still very early in Decanee's release, so I expect things to change, and I'll do my best to add these changes in a pinned comment. Also, if you have other tips that I missed, please leave them in the comments below. Anyway, that's all I have. See you soon!